Sophia thought love meant growing old together, but nothing prepared her for watching Daniel slowly lose his memories, piece by piece. The laughter they once shared turned into painful silences, until one morning he looked at her with empty eyes and whispered words that shattered her heart. Asterisk, who are you? Asterisk, yet instead of leaving, she chose to stay, carrying the weight of both their memories. This is not just a story of forgetting, it's a story of love that refuses to fade, even when everything else does. A tale so powerful it will hold you until the very last moment. Sophia first noticed something was wrong when Daniel forgot her birthday. At first she thought it was just a mistake. But soon he began to forget other small things. Where he put his shoes, the name of his best friend, and even the road to his own house. Sophia felt her heart sink each time. She asked him what was happening, but Daniel only smiled sadly and said, "I don't know." She could see fear in his eyes even when he tried to hide it. One day he forgot how to tie his shoelaces. Sophia knelt down, tied them for him, and held back her tears. She didn't want him to see her cry. She started reading books about memory loss, hoping for answers. But nothing gave her comfort. Every night she prayed, asking for Daniel to get better. But deep inside she was afraid. Afraid that one day Daniel would not only forget his shoes or the road, but forget her too. The days passed slowly, like a candle burning out. Sophia stayed by Daniel's side, even when he forgot simple words. Sometimes he would stare at her face as if searching for something. "Sophia," he whispered one night, "promise me you won't leave." Her heart broke, but she smiled and said, "I promise." They still laughed sometimes. She taught him how to bake bread, even though he would forget the recipe the next morning. She showed him pictures of the two of them together, and for a short while, his eyes lit up with recognition. But then the light faded again. Sophia held on to every moment. Even the smallest smile became precious to her. Yet she felt a storm coming closer, a storm she could not stop. She knew it would take away everything, including his memory of her. And that thought kept her awake at night, shaking with silent tears. One afternoon, Daniel walked into the garden and looked lost. He touched the flowers with trembling fingers and asked, "Whose house is this?" Sophia felt her chest tighten. She held his hand and said, "It's ours, Daniel. We planted these flowers together." He frowned as if trying to remember, then looked away. "I'm sorry," he whispered. Sophia forced a smile. "Don't be sorry. I'll remember for both of us." But it was not easy. Some friends told her to leave to save herself from the pain. "He won't even know you in the end," they said. But Sophia shook her head. "Even if he forgets me, I'll never forget him." That night, she lay beside him and traced the lines of his hand, trying to memorize every part of him before it was gone. The days grew heavier. Daniel began forgetting how to speak in full sentences. He would point at things like a child. Sometimes he forgot how to hold a spoon, and Sophia would gently feed him. Each moment was like watching him slip away piece by piece. One morning, as the sun painted the sky with gold, Daniel woke up and stared at her. His eyes were wide and frightened. Who are you?" he asked. The words cut through Sophia's heart like a knife. She smiled bravely, though her hands shook. "I'm Sophia," she whispered. He blinked, confused, then turned away as if she were a stranger. Tears rolled down Sophia's cheeks, but she held them back from her voice. "It's okay, Daniel," she said softly. "Even if you don't know me, I know you. And I will love you for both of us." The house grew quieter after that day. Daniel no longer called her name. Sometimes he looked at her with blank eyes as if she were just another passerby. Yet Sophia stayed. She cooked his meals, read him stories, and sang him songs they once loved. Even when he sat staring at the wall, she sat beside him, holding his hand. One evening she found him asleep in the chair. She kissed his forehead and whispered, "I will stay even if you never remember me again." Her voice trembled, but her heart was steady. She knew her love was now a one-sided story, but it was still real. And as the stars filled the night sky, Sophia closed her eyes and rested her head on his shoulder. She had lost his memory, but she had not lost her love. That love was enough to keep her there until the very end.